All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Money is flowing around the National Football League this offseason, with one player who was able to recently cash in being Tennessee Titans defensive tackle Jeffery Simmons. Now, Simmons and the Titans agreed on a 4-year extension for $94 million, with $66 million of that being guaranteed. Only Aaron Donald of the Los Angeles Rams is making more money than Simmons from the defensive tackle in the position in the NFL. And in the case of Simmons, he has quickly become one of the better defensive tackles in the NFL. Now, Simmons was a first round selection of the Tennessee Titans in 2019. And now that he got his big payday, some of his draft classmates at the same position are taking notice. A pair of Big Apple defensive tackles are looking to cash in. You got Quinnen Williams from the New York Jets, and then Dexter Lawrence from the New York Giants. Simmons was taken 19th overall in that draft, while Williams was taken third and Lawrence 17th. Williams has been a vital part to the stout Jets defense under head coach Robert Saleh, who has put an emphasis on getting to the quarterback. And in doing so, Williams is coming off of his best season in the NFL as he recorded 12 sacks in 2022. Lawrence is also coming off of his best season in the NFL as he recorded 7.5 sacks this past season for the Giants, while also earning Pro Bowl honors for the first time in his career. Both of these players are seeking long term deals, and in my opinion, both Williams and Lawrence have earned them. This offseason for both the Jets and Giants, we've seen both of these organizations focus on the quarterback position. The Jets, in their ongoing pursuit of quarterback Aaron Rodgers and acquiring him from the Green Bay Packers, while the Giants were able to lock up their quarterback in Daniel Jones, but they've also been putting pieces around him on that side of the ball as well. Now, yes, the Jets do need Rodgers if they're going to get to the next level and become a playoff team in 2023, especially since so many other quarterbacks that were out there are now off the board. But at the end of the day, for the Jets, their bread and butter is still defense. And you need a guy like Quinnen Williams, who is an anchor for them on that defensive line. And in the case of the Giants, yes, Jones had his best season at quarterback in 2022. But like I said before, how much of that can be attributed to the arrival of head coach Brian Daboll, along with offensive coordinator Mike Kafka? And at the end of the day, Jones was a part of the success for the Giants, but he was not everything, as this defense was vital, just like it was for the Jets with a guy like Quinnen Williams. Now, for Lawrence, he balled out this past season under new defensive coordinator Wink Martindale. And the Giants' defense, especially in their front seven, in my opinion, is on the cusp of doing something special with the likes of Lawrence and Leonard Williams on that defensive line, and not to mention Kayvon Thibodeau, who was a first round pick of the Giants last year. Now, Lawrence is not reporting to the Giants offseason program. And honestly, I really don't blame him. He's entering the last year of his rookie contract and he wants that long term security. You can't blame him. The same for Williams. He's entering the last year of his rookie deal. You can't blame these guys for wanting to get paid. And in my opinion, if you ask me, this is a good problem for both the Jets and Giants to have. And I say that because guess what? You want your draft picks to outperform their rookie deals, especially your first round picks, because you have invested so much in them. And in the case of the Giants, that first round pick that they used on Dexter Lawrence was the first round pick that they got from the Cleveland Browns when they traded Odell Beckham there several years ago. But nonetheless, you want your first round picks to outperform their deals. In the case of Quinnen Williams with the New York Jets, he went third overall that year. You don't want to make a mistake on taking a guy in the first round, especially in the top 10. And obviously, if you're the Jets, you hit a home run on Quinnen Williams, in my opinion. Now, getting back to the meat and potatoes of this, and this is important because we're talking about the interior defensive line, which is part of the meat and potatoes of an NFL team. But nonetheless, the Simmons deal with Tennessee was a game changer as it set the market going forward, as both of these guys in Williams and Lawrence know what they're looking to get. Now, in the case of the Giants, would they ask Leonard Williams to take a pay cut? More than likely, to get this done. I mean, they got the Daniel Jones deal done. Saquon Barkley got the franchise tag. He's not reporting to the offseason program as well. I don't blame him. But at the end of the day, I do believe he'll be there for the Giants when the season gets started. But nonetheless, I think at the end of the day, the Giants and Jets definitely want to get these deals done with these guys. Now, for Joe Shane, the Giants general manager, year number two is going to be a little bit trickier than it was first time go around. And then Joe Douglas has his hands full as well. A big reason for all of this for both Douglas and Shane, and again, a good problem to have. Both the Jets and Giants overachieved in 2022. Nobody expected anything from the Giants last year with a new head coach and a new GM and Daniel Jones at quarterback. This team not only got to the postseason, they won a playoff game for the first time since Super Bowl 46, and now they've given their fan base hope. So you definitely don't want to take a step back. And in the case of the Jets, this was a playoff defense. They were just let down by their offense. But again, with so many of those young players on the defensive side of the ball, nobody expected the Jets to turn things around as quick as they did. So again, a good problem to have. So if you're Joe Shane and Joe Douglas, the Joes, if you will, the two average Joes or two not average Joes in this case, the general managers of the Jets and or the Giants and Jets respectively, this is where you earn your keep. You know, you got to go out there and figure out how to get this done. The Giants brought in Joe Shane because he was a good cap guy for the Buffalo Bills when he was their assistant general manager. Joe Douglas has shown that he has a keen eye for talent, and now it's an opportunity for him to keep that keen eye on the talent that he's brought in and keep them in his fold for as long as possible. And at the end of the day, you got to pay the cost to be the boss. So, of course, the $1 million question is going to be, will both Williams and Lawrence get the deals that they're seeking? I think when it's all said and done, it might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but I think both Williams and Lawrence will get the deals that they're seeking. And I think, in my opinion, I do see them getting the deals that they're seeking from their current football teams. Both the Jets and Giants know how important both of these guys are to their respective clubs. And I know in the case of Dexter Lawrence, he was not drafted by Joe Shane. That was Dave Gettleman. But still, you don't want to see your first round picks for both the Jets and Giants not make it to their second contract, especially when guys like Williams and Lawrence are performing at the current level that they are. So at the end of the day, I think these deals get done. It's the business side of the NFL. It's the nature of the beast. Everybody wants to get paid. They feel that they want to get paid the money that they have earned and they deserve, while teams are going to try to tinker and find ways to not pay a guy that much most of the time. But nonetheless, at the end of the day, it's a business. Williams and Lawrence want their money; they deserve it. And let's see how long it takes for the Jets and Giants to keep their respective defensive tackles happy. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take this time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it will be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. Now, you can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. I am signing off, and I'm saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.